How did a continent torn apart by the deadliest war in human history turn into a borderless union with a single currency, shared parliament, and supreme laws? In the 1950s, the political scientists were scratching their head trying to come up with an explanation for this specific phenomenon. The best explanation they could offer is Neofunctionalism. Neofunctionalism was developed by Haas, and this theory argues that European integration wasn't driven by a grand master plan, but a technical and unstoppable chain reaction. At the heart of Neofunctionalism is a concept called spillover, specifically functional spillover. Think of it like a row of dominoes. In 1951, 6 European countries decided to integrate just 2 sectors, coal and steel. They thought cooperation would make war materially impossible. But neo-functionalists argue that you can't just integrate one part of an economy without affecting the rest. If you share coal and steel, you suddenly need common rules for the trains and trucks transporting them. Once you integrate transportation, you need to eliminate trade tariffs to keep goods moving. And once you have a massive free trade zone, you have to deal with 6 different national currencies, and this becomes a headache. So you create a single currency, the euro. One technical step logically forces the next. But it is not just about economics, it is also about politics. This leads to political spillover. As more power shifts to Central European institutions, national interest groups like massive corporations, labor unions, and agricultural lobbies realize that the rules governing their industries are no longer being made in Paris or Berlin, they are being made in Brussels. So these elites shift their loyalties and lobbying efforts to the European level. They begin pushing the European Commission to create even more union-wide laws, further accelerating the integration process and bypassing the hesitations of national politicians. For decades, neo-functionalism seemed like a perfect prophecy, but the theory has a major blind spot. It assumes integration is a one-way street. In the late 1960s, French President Charles de Gaulle famously boycotted European meetings because he felt France was losing too much sovereignty, an event known as the empty chair crisis. Decades later, events like Brexit proved that national identity and public backlash can slam the brakes on the neo-functionalist train. When national politicians dig their heels in to protect their borders or sovereignty, the chain reaction stops. Ultimately, neo-functionalism teaches us that the European Union came together because cooperation is contagious. By solving small and practical problems together, nations can build an intricate and interconnected system that becomes too big and too beneficial to dismantle. While it might not explain every crisis, neo-functionalism remains the definitive manual for understanding the accidental gravity of the European Union. Next time you cross a European border without showing a passport, remember, you are living in a world built by spillover.